it's Amelie. Today we're going to do a just practicing of the 8th Fantasy by Telemann. And so, yeah, it's a live stream. So if you have questions, just ask them and I will try to answer the best I can. Okay, so first movement. Okay, so this fantasy is in E minor. So like, you could just be in the, place yourself in the right key if you want. So I just did harmonic minor, but there's also different types of minor, but it's okay. Okay, first movement is largo, and I'll take my metronome. Oh, it's here. Okay, first movement is largo. It's a 2-2, so I guess the goal of that is to feel it like a big phrase. Okay, I'll explain. When you first learn it, maybe you'll want to think every 8 notes. Let's say like this. Let's say I put a 69 per 8 note. So that's good because it gives you an idea of, like, I think it's good when you learn something to subdivide. So to take a small note, like an 8 note, but then once you're comfortable and you know the rhythm and you know the notes, then you can make bigger, you can use longer notes as your pulse so that you feel a longer phrase. So instead, if I feel it per quarter note, let's see. So on. Okay, so I think you feel that the phrasing is moving forward more. So here at 2-2, you would feel 2 half notes per measure. So you would go ba 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 be ba be ba ba dum da da dum ba da. It's very long. So I think really you can feel it as quarter notes, but group them in groups of 2, and that's going to give you that phrasing, because rhythm and phrasing, they're really intertwined. Also, for this, I'm using my own version, my own edition of this music. You can find it on music.com if you don't have it already, and it comes with the recordings. So I started by recording those. Well, the project was to record them, and then I realized that a lot of students, when they had the text, so the edition with no additions, like no slurs, no dynamics, they were a bit confused. And so I decided to do my own edition. So the slurs, the dynamics are mostly mine, not the composer's. And so you could change them, you could take other ones, you can take a text version, take my version, and just see what you prefer. You can listen to other flutists too and see what they're doing and what you like and what you don't like. Like, it's just a suggestion, let's say, but it's a good starting point. Okay, so that's like how I would start learning that. So I'll play the whole, so like I'll play it with a metronome, let's say per 8 note first, so you can hear the rhythm, because after that, when you play it, not for real, but when you do your interpretation, it's not as metronomic. It's a fantasy, so you can take a little bit of time sometimes, taking a big longer breath and all that, especially in slow movements. And also, it's Baroque music, so remember, when you have trills, you start with the top note. So let's say you have an F sharp to G trill, you will start on the G. So let's say there's one at measure 12, it'll go yeah. Not. You hear the difference? So that's this. Okay. Well, let's do this at, I'll do 69 per 8 note. Because I had a little doubt there. That's a beginning. You start by learning it like that. You can start slower even, and you don't have to learn all of it at once. You can learn, let's say, a couple of lines, and then another day a couple of lines again. Don't be shy to listen to different versions and to listen to it. It's okay to get inspired by other people. It's okay that it doesn't all come from us, where we learn from others, so it's fine. You can do that. Yeah, I had a thing I wanted to say. Yeah, try to see where the phrases end. Let's say here around 11. Okay, so let's say I start at 11. You have this. I'm kind of mid-phrase here. That's kind of first half of the phrase ending like with the one leg up, and then the rest goes together for the end of that phrase. The phrase ends here, but like he goes a little longer. Because here you have your resolution on the E, and then he does an E minor arpeggio. So that's the end of your phrase here. Next phrase starts after on the D sharp. You see, you have the same thing twice. So first time a bit louder, second time like an echo. And try to see which notes are more important. Okay, so usually what's on the beat or on a strong part of the beat. Let's say if I play 14, okay, the two last beats of 14. If I play like this, I hear that sometimes, because sometimes you feel like, oh, the higher note, I have to put more air on it. Make sure the lower note, that's the, like what you want to have is this. That's the structure here. The rest, it's little embellishments, basically. Basically, what I mean is not all the notes are equal and should be played with the same dynamic, same intensity. Some notes need to be lengthened a little bit or played a little bit louder so that you have some phrasing there. And be mindful of which one you're doing, not just going with, oh, it's easier to play the higher notes louder, when really here you want the lower notes louder. So yeah, I think I'll start the second movement. Was there any question on the first? No. Okay. So spirituoso, that's fast. But I'll do it once slowly and then once a bit faster. Yeah, but when you play the real speed, yeah. Okay, when you play it at the real speed here, I think you'll need triple tonguing. Okay, now I have to say something about tonguing. Okay, so I had a student this week that had issues with double tonguing, but it's just because he didn't really have a real issue. It's just that because it's called double tonguing, he thought you needed to use your tongue twice, because I think the term is misleading, when really you do ta with your tongue and then you do ka by closing the throat in the back. Okay, the tongue's not really involved, but we still call it double tonguing. And then triple tonguing is still those two movements going ta and ka, but for triplets or any group of three like here. So you do ta, ka, ta, and then you repeat that. So you always, after the first one, you always have two tas that are one after the other. So ta, ka, ta, ta, ka, ta, ta, ka, ta, ta. Even if you're practicing slowly, I would say start using triple tonguing slowly, because when you'll play it fast, you'll know the choreography of that already, instead of practicing it only when you get to the fast pace. And if you're not already comfortable with triple tonguing, you might find it a bit difficult. So maybe start right away. Okay, so I'll do it around 80 for now. G, F sharp, it's nice to give it a little something, you know. Try to find those things when you play it. I'll continue at 11, at 10. Sorry. I'll go back from the beginning of that phrase, 22. Okay, I'll play it faster now. Now I think I'll think of it as 2 beats per measure, like bum, dum, dum, and that's going to help me with the phrasing and with keeping the speed up. You see, it's nervous. It has some like spiritual, so it's you have to feel like some energy boiling under. It's not just about the speed, but that feeling there. Okay. Any question? No. Okay. Then maybe I'll continue with the allegro. In the allegro, you have repeats. Okay. And so traditionally, when you have those repeats, you can add little things, add ornaments or improvise little things. But it's not always easy, so I wrote some. It's called a saya. So if you have my version, and thank you if you got it, I'm feel very fortunate that people get that, because I worked hard on it, and I hope it's helping people and that it's useful. And so, okay, so if you have it, you'll see that on top, or if you look at it on the screen, there's a smaller line. That's called an asaya. It means it's second way of playing it. Okay, you don't have to do it. You don't even have to play the repeats if you don't want to. But if you play it, you can do those things the second time, so it keeps it interesting. If you don't play those things and you do a repeat, try to do something a bit different. Change the dynamic, change something, like add little things. You can add your own ornaments too. You can have other ideas, and some people even improvise them. I tend to write them. So that's that for this. Okay, I'll play it once a bit slowly, and then I'll try to play the whole thing. When you learn it, try to learn little by little. Don't over. It's more efficient to try to learn, let's say, 3 lines or 4 lines and repeat them 3 times. Let's say you do 3 lines 3 times, then to do 9 lines once, okay? Because when you repeat, it goes in your long-term memory. That's unlimited, but your short-term memory is not. So right now I'm practicing something that I already learned, but if you're learning it for the first time, do a lot of repetition of small parts at a time, and then go from there the next time and learn it like that. Don't try to learn the whole thing at once. It's not as efficient. Except like if you just want to do some sight reading and have fun, it's fine too, but I'm just saying that's, if you're learning it to play a concert and stuff, like try to practice little spots at a time. Okay, now. Okay. Two, three. Okay, here I have to say something. You see, you have syncopation. That's very important. Telemann, he loves doing that, little syncopation. So you have a note that starts on a weak part of the beat and ends on a strong part of the beat, like here. Like if I have my downbeat and my upbeat, da 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 da. You have to give a little accent on the syncopation. You don't even have to write the accent. It's just assumed that you'll do that. Okay. Before I do it a second time, you see, he does the same thing, but he goes up. Let's say around 17, I think. Then he repeats that same motive, but just one up. So I played a bit louder because I want to create some tension there. There was another thing that I wanted to say a bit earlier when you're at measure. Oh, I'll say it later this way. I'll just do the repeat now of the second part. a bit faster with no metronome. You see I measure 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 3 16th notes. You start on the second of the group of 4. So start on ka. Ta ta ka ta ka ta ta. Ta ta ka ta ka ta ta. This way your ta is on a strong beat. Okay, let's see. I'll try at that speed. Wait. Something like that. I made a little mistake somewhere, but I forget where. Usually I would have stopped and practiced that. But remember, there are 2 ways of practicing, and that's very important. So there's a way of practicing when you learn a piece, you're practicing to get it better, and you stop and you practice the mistakes. There's multiple ways to do that, and you make sure that you ingrain it in your brain very, very solidly. And then there's the way to practice that's you practice performing it. So that's a completely different thing. Because I used to, when I was young, I used to practice the first way only. And then I'd go in concert and I'd be like, I played better at home. And I thought it was because of stress, and of course stress plays a part, but I think it was my preparation as well, because I was used to stopping. So you have to also practice not stopping. So you can just say to yourself, okay, I'm not stopping. You can also record yourself, and that adds a little extra stress. And sometimes when I practice for a performance, I visualize like a basket of stress. And each time I practice performing, I take a little bit of that stress out of the basket, so that when the concert comes, a lot of that's like the basket is almost empty, you know. So yeah, remember, use those 2 ways. So you have the way where you're more in control and you're trying to really learn the right way and make things very good. And then there's the way where if you make a mistake, you continue, and that's it. Yeah. Is there any question?
Not about that piece, but like somebody was asking about Stars and Stripes Forever, another piece at the end, another piece, but because they're having a hard time with finger changing, fast finger note changing.
In Stars and Stripes Forever?
Yeah.
Is that a da 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 da?
I think it's that. Yeah.
Oh, there's a piccolo solo in there. Something like that.
Yes, it's that. Yeah.
Okay. So it's the finger changes that are difficult?
Yeah, it says I need help with my piccolo. When I'm playing Stars and Stripes Forever, piccolo solo part, I can't do the part when I need to change the note fast.
Okay.
I can find them. Just keep.
Yeah, I think, okay. I think it's a lot of third octave stuff there in the piccolo part. and my pickles here. And so third octave, there's a lot of fingers moving. Yeah, so there's a lot of fingers moving in the third octave. There's fingers going up and fingers going down. And that's a bit difficult because like if you look at fingerings that are very easy, it's when just one finger goes up or down. Like let's say, especially when it goes down, it's easier. Like if you go from C to D, and you're just adding one finger each time. There's not a lot of movement here, so it's easy. But when you get in the third octave and you have, like, let's say between E and G, you have 3 going up and 1 going down. So those are more difficult. One thing that we know is that it's more natural for us to close our hand than to open it. If you take a baby, you put your finger in their hand, they're gonna squeeze because it's a reflex to squeeze. It's more difficult to open. So when I have difficult fingerings like that, I try to put my energy, my mental energy, on the fingers going up, and the fingers going down are going to be a bit more natural. So there's that. And then I'm gonna get the music and I'm gonna try to play it and see.
Starts the solo there, I think. It's there.
Yeah.
Somewhere there.
Okay.
Maybe.
I wish I had a little I don't know where I put my earplugs. I usually put one in my right ear because that's where you get the most sound. Oh yeah, just for flats. And where is the part that's difficult?
The whole solo, I think. Maybe it's the...
Is it the... Okay, first, when you learn it, start without the trills. Just learn without the trills. And start slowly without the trills, then get faster. Then you'll add the trills after. Because you don't want to overwhelm your brain. I heard something super interesting the other day. Someone was saying, like their second grade teacher said to them when they were blocked and couldn't start to do something, it's because the first step is not small enough yet. And I feel it's often the case. So if you feel like overwhelmed, maybe make smaller steps. Maybe...
Oh, you already answered it. Good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Okay. But I'll still finish. So make smaller steps. You have an issue with a group of 4 notes. Work on 2 notes, then 2 other notes, then 2 other notes. Let's say I'm doing this. I can start with E, F, E. Then the E and C. And then I make a loop, you know, and I repeat. Sometimes we think we repeated, we didn't repeat enough. Put a timer for a minute and like do this for a minute. You know, then it's going to become very easy. So that's what I would say. Start little, make tiny groups and then make it bigger. That's good? Well. So if you liked it, you can go on our website musigy.com, and there's the music and the recordings on there, and also our flute methods. And there's going to be new things coming up, so you can take a look at that. Then we also have our merch that you can see down if you're interested in having some shirts, cups, different things. What else? We have our Patreon that you can look at. All our videos are ad-free, and you can support us directly there, so that's very nice. And thanks for everyone who are following us and who are participating in the chats and everything. So I hope this video was helpful, and if you liked it, please subscribe, and see you next time.